Thanks again for tuning into Home Track Heroes. This segment here is brought to you by IBEW and NECA. IBEW Local 191 and NECA, the National Electrical Contractors Association, powering communities by keeping the lights on and your families safe. We're going to head back to the track now as we are working our way through the top 8, and the competition is starting to intensify.
Yeah, it definitely gets tougher the further we get into these battles. So up first we got here is Ben White versus Tyler Mayer. So we got that IS 300 with the iron block under it.
Going up against, a JZ Power 240. I give Ben a lot of a hard time with the iron block because he's not fuel injected yet. He's living in the old times, but he's making it work there, swinging that IS body all the way across the bank. Tyler, though, within close proximity, hanging tight as they work their way into the infield here. Not quite reaching the zone entirely, kind of playing a pretty safe line here, and Tyler able to keep that, relatively a one-car gap throughout the whole entire race there. So I'm not sure if there's really an advantage between either one of these drivers. Let's have them switch positions, and let's see what Tyler Mayer can do out front. But, yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of advantage here.
So, yeah, we got the in-car from Tyler Mayer. Big flick and entry. Staying close to Ben, that's a pretty close proximity, especially on our bank here. When you're running the 5/8 at those speeds, pretty good proximity the whole time. You can see quite a few different little corrections there from both drivers. Ben's kind of wavering, and then Tyler's having to react to it. But seems like it smooths up here at the end of that run, and he stays pretty close the whole run, so a pretty good chase there from Tyler.
Man, what a roller coaster ride. These cars look smooth as butter from the outside, but you can see just how much Tyler is having to work the wheel, the e-brake, the shifting.
All four limbs, man.
It's intense. He's going to be taking the lead this time. Danger Ben White giving chase. Let's see what they can do. So Tyler, quick flick and an initiation. Ben finding his way into drift. A couple of car lengths more behind him, though, but Tyler right on that top line, right where we want to see him. Ben answering on the same line, but again, just having a little bit more of a gap established. Let's see if he can surge here and close that gap as Tyler goes wide, way wide around that first inside clip. He's able to tuck it up for the final inside clip. Danger Ben just about 2 or 3 car lengths behind him.
Yeah, so Ben kind of gets gapped a little bit here at the start. But both runs look pretty solid. No major mistakes besides the gap. Then that inside clip one, the big wide sweep there from both drivers. Ben could have dove in a little bit there, but he's following the lead driver like he's supposed to. So Tyler goes wide, Ben goes wide and follows him out there. That's the job of the chase car, is to follow and mimic that lead line of that lead driver. So nice little flick there from Tyler. A little bit of brakes there, and then gets up on high on the bank. Really nice high on the bank there. Comes in a little shallow, and this shallow I think is going to get, he misses that first outside zone because he comes off a little shallow. Look at that LED light right there on the wheel flashing away, and finishes off the run pretty solid. So not too many major mistakes there, pretty solid from both drivers.
One more time. All right, guys, our battle between Ben White and Tyler Mayer, we're going to have a one more time.
So, judges could not come to a decision. So we're going to wipe the board clean. We're going to send both these drivers out for a one more time battle, our second one we've seen for the day. So here we go. Ben White, he's going to have to really step it up in order to get the judges' favor. Tyler already putting on the aggression there, getting right up on his rear, but failing to initiate.
Yeah, it looks like straightens out there.
Yeah, struggling for sure. Ben, though, doing all right, getting into angle. A little bit stronger of an outside line there, filling that outside zone and using the whole track to transition. Tyler looking in right where he needs to be, though, putting himself right in that pocket. But I think it's going to be too little too late. He completely failed to initiate on the bank. I wonder if we're going to be able to see that in the replay.
Yeah, big correction there from Tyler with that straightening, so he's going to need Ben to make a big mistake in his chase run to even that out, because Ben had a pretty darn solid lead lap when you look at it here. So, good initiation by Ben, nice and high, staying up there in that top line. But yeah, it just looks like Tyler's struggling to get that car to get sideways. Ben's working the brake coming into the first zone here, and that first outside zone fills it pretty much perfectly.
Very nice.
Yep, second outside zone fills it perfectly. And then Tyler comes on strong. So after that mistake, he had a good chase there, came on strong. But that first big mistake is a big one to overcome. So he needs Ben to make a pretty big mistake himself.
So the spotter here should be telling Ben, he's just got to get a full run through. Big advantage here going into the second half of the battle. This is the one more time, and see if Tyler can make a little bit stronger of an approach. And he just rocket ships away. And now Ben is the one having an issue.
Yeah, it looks like Ben has a big problem. I know like I mentioned earlier, he was having gearbox problems early in the season, so I don't know if that reared its head again, missed a shift and wasn't able to keep up.
So sounding like on the first run, the judges are calling a 0 essentially on Tyler's chase run. And on this run, the word is that the judges are calling a 0 on Ben's chase run. So it's essentially that each lead run is being judged up against one another. Is how the judges are having to break this down. Meanwhile, Ben White just getting rid of some tires and just doing a gnarly burnout the whole finish of the track.
Danger Ben kind of thing, you know?
Is that an angry burnout or a happy burnout? Who knows? But yeah, they're going to be scoring the lead run up against the lead run. And so we're going to have to go down and, well, let's first take a look at this replay here.
Yeah, we're going to need to go lead to lead since they both pretty much zeroed out on the chase, incompletes. So we're going to have to compare lead to lead. So Ben was a little higher in the beginning of the bank, but looks like Tyler got up there nice and high. Was able to come in. Comes in a little early, though, and doesn't get to that first outside zone like Ben did. Gets the second one in, though. So Ben has a little bit of advantage there just in the outside zone. Looks like that inside clip one he misses a little bit, too. So just by those couple little things, you can maybe say Ben had the advantage there, just by a couple little mistakes.
Somewhat leaning that way, I believe so.
And then there's that fat burnout by Ben to finish the run after he knew he made a mistake. So
go figure.
Yeah, just have fun, kill the tires, whatever, you know. It doesn't hurt anything at that point.
Why not? But solid showing by both the drivers. We're going to go down to Earl on track for a decision. Let's see what he has to say.
All right, guys, so Ben White is moving on. Ben, it looks like you thought you got knocked out. What do you think happened there?
Dude, I 100% thought I got the loss, man. I was trying to put it in fourth on the run-up, and it just wouldn't go. And so, you know, I finished out the run, and then I tried to do a show for the fans, and then quickly realized that we have no fans. So that was a stupid idea, but came back here. I have no idea. I want to go talk to Tyler really bad and just see what happened. But, hey, man, you know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be good, right?
I'll take lucky over good any day.
Dude, I'll take lucky right now, buddy. So I'm going up against Zach Farrar after I just baked off like my last set of tires. So we'll see what's going to happen now.
Is there any sponsors you want to shout out and thank while we're in this position?
Yeah, absolutely, man. We got Lion's Paw Tattoo right here in the heart of Everett. We got Red Camel Racing. I got Motorhead Garage Productions. They make kids' books that are automotive themed. They're absolutely amazing. And then Tony V's Garage, actually, right in the heart of Everett, too. They're coming back quick. One of the greatest live venues to go to for like music and a bar atmosphere. Great spot. So I'm stoked. I guess I'm going into grade 8-4, something like that. So shoot, man, let's just keep this train rolling.
Heck yeah, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So looks like Ben confirmed what I thought about there. He's the same gearbox problems he was dealing with last round too. So we'll see how that affects him the rest of it. But right now we got Patrick Heald going up against Donnie Simmons. So we'll see what this battle curtails here.
KAT 4-cylinder turbo going up against LS. Donnie with the LS in the chase position. Great start for Patrick Heald. And that KAT out front. Donnie just now starting to close that gap up on the bank. Patrick, though, kind of falling a bit of a ways away from that outside zone. Donnie way washing off here. Both drivers having their own sort of mistakes. Kind of two solo runs, if anything. But getting through the course, putting down the paces. Not quite an advantage from either driver, I'd say. So let's have them switch positions. Anything there kind of standing out for you?
I saw some stuff from Donnie here in the chase. Let's take a look at this replay here. So he kind of straightens up right there coming into that first outside zone. But Patrick misses both zone 1 and 2, doesn't fill them. Gets that first inside clip, though, and the second inside clip. So from that drone, we did see that little bit of aggression coming off the power into the power alley. So we'll have to see how that affects him. But now he's got the lead to try to get a good line here.
So Donnie out front. I mean, these are marathon days is another thing you got to keep in mind. These drivers are going through the paces. It's a long day for these drivers. So let's see how they hold on. And wow, Patrick not giving himself a lot of room, almost having to brake check himself.
A little bank there.
And now, yeah, he's dropping super low just to try to stay in drift. Donnie kind of playing the safe run out front. Whole, you know, not a lot of excitement factor, not a lot of angle and smoke, but he's maintaining drift and he's on the right line. So you can't really ask of anything more as he gets through the whole track and puts
Might have even pulled up a little early there. That might have been tough to see. I know Patrick was having some issues with his nitrous system. He was getting some help by Dustin Miles, an out-of-towner that was visiting. So I don't know if that's what was going on in the bank. Maybe the nitrous wasn't working again, and so he was down on power and was low on the bank. But you can see here in the lead, though, Donnie does a pretty good mid to high line. Pretty smooth, nothing too much to point out. No real major mistakes. See how he comes in here to the power alley. Just misses that first outside zone, gets into that second one. Patrick catches up here, but we get that first inside clip and second inside clip. Both are good there. So it's going to pretty much come down to the mistakes we saw in both chase runs there.
All right, guys, we have Donnie Stebbins moving on to the next battle. Donnie, congratulations, dude.
Thanks, that was awesome. I love driving with Patrick. He's a great driver too. I don't know, man. Adrenaline's taking over now.
You guys both came up through the Evergreen Grassroots program together. Are there any sponsors or people you want to shout out and thank you that made it possible for you to be out here?
My wife, for sure. She puts up with all of this, so I definitely have to thank her for all of this. So.
Awesome. Congratulations. We'll see you in the next battles.
All right, thank you.
So I guess we'll do him again. Patrick, sorry to hear you got knocked out, but you and Donnie both came up through the Evergreen Grassroots program together. Are there any sponsors or people you want to thank that made it possible for you to be out here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my family, my dad, ALM Automotive, Link ECU, Cosmos Wheels, Race Flux, Fortunato, all those guys, man. I'd especially like to thank Dustin Miles. He helped me out today. I had a nitrous leak this morning, and he lent me one of his bottles, so that was super awesome.
Cool. Great driving today. I'm sure we're going to see you in the next one, dude.
All right, thank you.
All right, and we're here for the final battle of the top 8. Drivers working our way into the final 4. We got red versus blue here. I guess red versus purple-ish. We got Cameron Moore, the seasoned veteran, even a licensed pro, going up against Leon Ban. Let's see what they can do as Cameron Moore leading the way. Strong contender on Valino tires, making his approach on the bank. Setting it up as Leon Ban falling into formation as they come across. Oh no, huge correction by Leon as he understeers and smacks the wall.
Oh no.
Hard hit.
Yeah, you can see that understeer in the car just went nose right for the wall there. That's a heavy hit, a lot of damage. That's a big shame.
So very unfortunate to see that. Let's see a replay here. You can see the front end grip up in only one way direction. Only one way is headed there. So both front and rear taking a smack. You can see just how bad this is.
Look at it here. Oh, right there. And you know what? That wall's right there has claimed a lot of FD pros, too. You can go back throughout the years and name a lot of pros that have hit that same exact wall. So,
but luckily with our program, we have a lot of safety stuff, in position to keep our drivers safe and in one piece. Let's go down to Earl.
Leon Ban, and he's actually, to be honest, one of the people I was rooting for to go in the podium this weekend, and it looked very promising because how much dry time he's been getting. Unfortunately, he did go into the wall in the 5/8. How you feeling, dude? And just want to make sure you're okay.
I'm a little sore, hit my arm, but I think I'm okay. Car's seen better days for sure. Kind of hurt my ego a little bit, but I knew I kind of had to go 150% if I was chasing Cameron Moore. Sort of kind of got lost in the smoke maybe it was on the wrong line, but yeah, the car is pretty mangled up, but yeah.
What happened in the run? You just got lost in his smoke and you got a little wide?
To be honest, I don't really know. I just kind of started understeering because he kind of maybe he slowed down or maybe I got lost in the smoke, but I wasn't ready for that much of a scrubbing. So kind of just started going into the wall, and after I was head first into it, I knew it was kind of done for, but luckily, I didn't spill any fluids on the track, so I'm not holding anybody else up. So sorry, everybody. Sorry to my team tandem team. Clearly won't be making it team tandem, but
dude, that's totally okay, and we totally appreciate as drivers that you're concerned about the other drivers' drive time. But right now, seeing your car, it kind of breaks my heart just because of how much you've been driving and how consistent you've been.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone you want to thank that has helped you get to this point?
K Racing Motorsports, I just picked them up as a title sponsor for this year. They've been nothing but help. Hopefully we can sort this out. Maybe it won't be a total chassis. It's pretty mangled up, but I'm really hoping to come back out soon. This is my first time in the top 8, so kind of yeah, a lot going on right now.
A lot of stuff to process, and I'm just really glad you're okay. I'm sure you and your team are going to be all right, and you're a hell of a driver. We'll see you in the next one.
We'll be okay. Just gonna bring it back to the pits and assess damage, and yeah, I mean, good luck to Cameron Moore for the rest of the day. It was, I really don't think it was anything he did. I think I just kind of like goofed and maybe understeered, and yeah.
For sure. Do you want to ride back?
I would love to.
All right, let's go.